Good morning. Welcome back to Ablacklady Tutorials. And today I'm going to be showcasing a game that I made in 60 minutes. Believe it or not, you can actually make a game in an hour. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you a lot of time to do a lot of things if you're a creative person like me. And it shows that anybody can actually create a game. I create tutorials that make it easy for people to follow and create dream games if they like, using RPG Maker MZ. And I've actually made a lot of games in RPG Maker MZ. I just never published them before. So I think I would like to try and publish a game once. So we're going to look at Twilight Sword. I'm going to explain all the things I was able to do within an hour of creating the game. And I actually think I did this as, I want to do this game as a live. Unfortunately, my account, it hasn't been open that long for me to do a live yet. So I can actually do like a video where I go back and basically you guys can ask me all types of questions you like. But the idea of these type of games for me, for you guys, is to help it so that you guys can make a game very quickly, just to kind of get your creative juices flowing. And sometimes this is the best way. If you're a procrastinator or someone like that who doesn't, who's not good at getting things done or not good at starting, this is a great way to start. Get your snacks and things, get your drinks. That way you're able to like sit through tutorials. That way you're actually able to get started with the game if you need. But so I'm going to jump right into my game and I'm going to explain everything I was able to do and everything I wasn't able to do. As you guys can see, I made a new screen. I made a new title for my game. I basically went into the system settings and I did that. And I'll show you guys that later on after I do another tutorial, but I'm just showcasing the game for now. Another thing, I also silenced the music because you guys couldn't hear me really speaking over it. I'm going to turn it on now so you guys can actually hear it. So what you do is you left click on the volume. I think I showed you guys this before in the other games we were creating. Now it actually has the music for the game. Alright, so we're going to try it out. Like I said, it's actually my first time trying the game since since days ago when I did the 60-minute challenge. And it was basically a self-challenge for myself, so. Okay, so this is what I was able to do. I had to work really quickly because obviously 60 minutes is not enough. I know people that say 3 days aren't enough for them, but I don't see how when you have 3 whole days. Unless you're doing things throughout the day, you can't stop working on your game. Any game jam I've ever been to, they've literally, they grab a group of people, they just toss you into a room, and they say, okay, you got overnight to do this game. That's the longest game jam I've ever been to, is a whole day. We literally stayed up all night. We were able to create something cool. But this game engine is so powerful. You're able to do so much more within 60 minutes. You're able to do a lot. So I'm just going to show you guys what I was able to do. Let's go talk to her.
Hi there.
All she says is hi. I didn't give her any other dialogue because I didn't really have a lot of time.
Hi there.
And that was the guy's voice. Actually, it was really my voice because I voice acted for them because I don't have any voice actors yet. But eventually, later on, if I decide to continue with this game and make it into something, then, but let's just test it out. These are fresh berries picked from the forest. Okay. I did put something there for the bread, but obviously it didn't work. I didn't really have a lot of time to test anything out. So I'm actually really testing it out now. You found the bottle of wine. Okay, so another thing. I should have in my items, they didn't give me, okay, so I don't have wine. It says I do, but I actually don't. That's another thing when you create a game, you want to have those items that you pick up, but you have to program those items to be there after you pick them up. So that's another thing too. This is really important. Go to sleep. Yes. I did like a little sleep thing here. I think that's all I was able to do. I tried to add something in here, like a book, like where you could read. I just ran out of time. And as you guys can see, you probably recognize this is an actual map that I did not make. I did kind of alter some things by putting things on the table and that sort of thing, but I didn't really have a lot of time. I just worked with what I had in the engine. I didn't import anything or nothing like that. So this is an inn down here. So I'm going to have them go down here to this inn. All right, let's see. Oh, cool. I guess that's the room over there. Oh, hi there. I wasn't able to add voice acting to these guys because I just ran out of time. 10G for one night, yes. You don't have enough money. Okay, I don't have any money. Okay, I can't sleep in the inn because I have no money. Great. Okay, let's leave. Okay. All right, so that's obviously a glitch that I can see. Let's see, I'm able to walk this way. Yeah, see, so actually, you know, guys, I can actually play with this controller. And you know what? I think that's what I might actually do. I think I'm going to swipe out the mouse because I'm actually using a mouse. If you guys have a controller like this, it's an Xbox wireless controller, or this part becomes detached from it, just like a regular, and you attach it in. And all you really need is the USB on the end of it, and then you can actually test your game out using the USB. See, I have it here. So I'm going to plug the mouse right now, and I'm going to plug in the Xbox console game, the Xbox console controller, sorry. And I should still be able to move around. Yeah, so see, I'm using this now to move my character around. And it's actually a lot better than sitting there with the mouse, using the up, down, left, right. You can also use the analog stick, too, to move around, which I think is pretty cool. So I basically made like a maze type thing where you have to go through like a maze. And this is how you earn money, by fighting like monsters. Oh, there's actually a chest over there. I don't actually remember how much money I put in the chest. But we're going to go see. 1,000 G were found. I want to see if I actually have 1,000. Yeah, so at the bottom, it says, oh, his name's Midas. He's a swordsman. So at the bottom of in-game, if you go and look at the line below, it says 1,000 G. So that means I did program that part right. So I did make it so that he actually gets the gold he picks up, I guess. But this is like a maze or whatever. I made like a little maze. And I just did this really quick because I didn't have a lot of time on my hands. Actually, I wasn't supposed to go back this way. I think I'm trying to leave. How do you get boggled by your own game? Man, oh man. It's quite something. So, I believe that is a monster. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna fight him. Oh, I killed him. Why is he so hard to beat up? So they only gave me 10 gold for that fight, yeah. Oh, I retrieved 300 gold. I figured. I think that's automatically programmed in from fighting. You get like 10 G. But I actually made it so you can get 300 gold coins because this is going to be the main currency of the game. This is how you earn your money, is by fighting the monsters. I thought I could walk into this pond. Apparently I can't. I can make it walkable, though. I can make it so you're able to walk in there. But I think for now, I'm ready to leave here. Yeah. Hey, how do I leave? Don't tell me I don't remember how to leave my game. Well, so this is what I was able to do. If you guys noticed, when we did battle, it was kind of like I had a kind of a sideways battle instead of a front view battle. There's a difference when you get ready to fight. You can actually program it that way. And basically you go to like system settings at the top, like how we did before. And I'm actually going to go through all of that afterwards. I just wanted to showcase this first to show you guys what I was able to do in an hour. So this is the area I'm in now. Let's leave out. I think there's one more place I made, right? Wasn't there another place somewhere? Maybe I didn't. Well, if I did, it's obviously not here. I thought I did. But anyway, yeah, so this is what I was able to do. I was able to add in voice acting. Let's see the end. Now that I have money, I probably can stay tonight. Yeah, so I was able to stay tonight. There you go. But usually when I do end games where there's an end or something like that, I usually put there's usually a whole scene. Like I usually make a separate room, just like that room that looks just like that. And I have the character can walk around and search through things. But this is what I was able to do in an hour. For an hour, I don't think it is that bad, especially for the little bugs I found at the end. In the last like 2 minutes before my time was up, I literally found 2 glitches I had to go back and try and fix before the end of the 60 minutes because I said I would just leave it at that. Another thing is I know I made more than one map. I made like 3 or 4 of them. So I'm actually missing one from here and I don't know why. So that's also something I wasn't able to check before playing with you guys. But I just want to say thank you for all of you guys that are supporting me now. And I am going to go back and I'm going to show you guys, not only am I going to show you guys how I did this, but I'm also going to explain to you guys how you'll be able to do it.
Hi there.
Now the voice acting, in order to add that in, there aren't really any voice acting in here. I've never seen an RPG Maker MZ game or MV game or any of the RPG Maker series where there's actually voice acting in them. It's kind of a tedious task to do. You have to download Audacity. So this is the end of me showcasing my game. How do I can't figure out how to pause it. Okay. So we're gonna go to the game end and we're gonna end the game. So I'm gonna go back and I'm going to look at some of the things I did in the game to kind of give you guys an idea. Then we're going to go back to our Sakura. We're going to go back to our original game we were working on. And from there, we'll continue with our tutorial. I just wanted to showcase with you guys really quick before we did that. So this is Make Your Dream Game Part 4, actually. And then, so I'm going to X out of here. Wouldn't it be smart to plug my mouse back in so I can actually work? Yeah. If you guys don't have a mouse, you need to get one if you're going to be making games, creating games from any type of game engine, whether it's Unreal or RPG Maker or any of the other 2D engines. It's really smart to have a mouse. It just makes it easier for you to move the items around. Trying to do a click and drag with just a touchpad is kind of impossible. So I'm going to X out of this. I'm going to go back to the original game. So this is what my game looks like. So you have this place. This is Ocean Valley. This is the place I made where you go into the door here. This door leads you to the maze, which the maze is called Treasure Cove, basically, as you guys see. And it's kind of the maze is kind of big. I didn't really make a lot of space for the width over here. It's more so of a height thing. And that was to kind of give a little bit confusion with the maze, which I did get confused if you guys noticed. So Ocean Forest is the place where everyone lives, basically. This is supposed to be your house in the end. Basically, there was supposed to be like another house over here. But at the same time, I didn't have time to make that, so I didn't. And the name of the game, of course, is called Twilight Sword. So I did make a decent amount on the map. I made like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I made like 5 maps. These are called maps, these little, even though it's inside and outside of the house. Like this is the outside of the house, basically. This is the inside. That's the outside of the inn, and this is the inside of the inn. Because they're technically on the same land. It's just these 2 places. And you do have to create rooms for yourself to transfer to if you're going to go in there. Basically use that as a house. So I'm going to go back up to the system settings just to show you guys something really quick. So system 1. So over here, you guys can see that my game title at the top, Twilight Sword. The starting actors is Midas. It's just one guy. Eventually, later, we can add party members, but I'm not going to do that to start with because I'm just showing you guys like a demo. And then for the battle screen, you see how before I said like you can have a front view or a side view? Mine is a side view. So for the title screen underneath, it says canon. I use that. This is the title screen I used. On the side over here on the left, there's different things you can use. You can change your game title to whatever you like. Just use these images over here. And on the side, you can put these around them or just put none. I honestly put none all the time because it just looks kind of ridiculous. You can also import your own. You can make them and import them. I've done that too, but that's for a whole another video. We just want to keep it simple for you guys so you don't get, confused or overwhelmed by looking at it because it's really not hard to do this type of stuff. I press cancel because I actually like my title. So over here, it says show player followers underneath where it says, so you have title screen. If you go down a little further, it says command window, then battle screen, which we were talking about earlier, and then the battle system, which says turn-based, and then it has options. And underneath options, it says start in transparent. So technically you can start off where you can't see your character. If you just want to do an intro and you want your character to disappear, that's when that part comes in handy. You can show the player followers or you can not show them. So they can be following your character the entire time, but you can just check it so that it does not show them. I like to get rid of them altogether because if there's a glitch and you're playing your game or something, then you will be able to see them at some point. If something happens, you'll see there's like 3 people behind you and you're like, okay, where did they come from? How do I make them go away? You can literally clear them out. You can go to, I'll show you guys. 1 second. See where it says actors at the top of, next to game title, you got over here, you got actors and classes. Click on actors. Left click on it. My character's name is Midas. So over here you have change maximum. I can change this to 6 if I want. And then press OK. And now I can add extra people here. And if I want, I can add people and they'll follow him. So we're not going to do that though. I'm going to change it back to 1 because when you go into battle, even if you have those other names clear and it doesn't show anyone, when you go into battle, there'll be some empty boxes. Like there's people there, but there's no one in the box. That's basically like a glitch too. That's going to be there for when you get ready to fight if you don't have any extra people with you. So you can do 1 or 2 things. Either you can make it so that it's one person fighting the whole time, or you can make these characters just don't have any battles until after you meet the other characters. And I don't know how to explain it to you where you understand. I think I was pretty clear, but sometimes I'm not really good at explaining stuff. So just let me know. If you guys have questions, you guys can comment. Now is the time to talk to me because like I said, I tried to do this as a live video so that you guys can answer, so you guys can ask me any questions you have about this type of thing. And I was able to make this in 60 minutes, guys. You definitely can do it. Another thing I want to show you guys that I was able to do, but I did not program it into the game yet. So you can make different actor images for your character. So after a fight, I can make him fight and then look really beat up after the fight, like bloody and stuff. And then he can heal later. And I was kind of laughing when I did it because I said, this is ridiculously insane, but I didn't realize how much of that you can do because they actually have like, when you create your character in a generator, I'm going to show you. So cancel this out. Discard changes. Yes, discard them completely. I'm not going to save anything. Okay, so go to character generator at the top. It's next to the play button where you play your game. So we're going to go to where it says facial mark. Down this animation here. I use this for like scratches. So after he got into a fight and I made them really red, so it looked like he was bloodied and beat up after and walking around like that. And then later on, they go away because he's been to the hospital or he had medicine. So they clear up. Like I kind of did that as an animation because I thought it was pretty cool, but I was not able to add it into the game because I ran out of time. So a lot of things had to do with time. So if you guys like this video, if you guys like me showcasing this, then just tell me like what else you would like to see me do in the video. Like what else do you want to see me able to do in the video? And so from right here, I'm going to jump right into our next Make Your Dream Game Part 4. Sorry, guys. I'm going to jump right into that now. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the game back to what we originally had it on. You can have more than one file open in RPG Maker MZ. And the way to do it is go to File. If you want to start a new project, you press New Project, and then you can do it. I want to open an old project that we already have, so I'm going to press Open Project. And then we're going to go to Home. Sorry. RPG Maker Project. Open. No. Audacity, yes. Audacity was... Alright, so we're going to go and we got to open the RPG Maker MZ project. So I'm just going to look for it. What did I call my game? Here we are, RPG Maker MZ. Okay. Alright, game 1. Jam Mania was the other one. There we go. And then you're going to press open. Alright, so this is what our original one looked like. In our last game, what we did was we basically made it so that she's able to change clothes and change into whatever she wanted. So I'm just going to test that out now from last time so you guys can get an idea of what we did. So if you guys are new to this channel, welcome to Ablacklady Game Tutorials. And a new game. Okay. So we're going to go, the first thing I want to check out is this dressing room. I know we did that last time. So it says wear, dress, get undressed, or usual clothing. So we're going to change it to the wear dress. So when she's wearing a dress, this is how we look. Okay. Get undressed. Alright, so she has on like a swimsuit or whatever. Underwear. And then usual clothing is just our regular, what we had on before. Which is good. We made that work. So next thing we can do is, we have this house here. I forgot what this does. Is this an actual house? Oh, this is an inn. For one night, would you like to stay? You don't have enough money. Well, here's the thing. So we'll keep this in the way it is. And what I'm going to do is, we're going to leave out. Alright, so what I want to do next is I want to create, her a restaurant or bar or something we can go into, because that's probably the next step. I guess she doesn't have a house because I made it in for some reason. And I was showing you guys how to create an inn, right? Right, okay. So we only have homeland and inn. So this is how far we got with our game. I think the pace is pretty slow, guys. I have to, because I don't want anyone to get confused about what we're doing. What we'll do is we'll make her home. We can put her home down here. So what I'll do is I'll delete these trees for now. And I'll put this here in place of those trees. There we go. Now I'll put her home here. So we'll do this. There we go. You can actually make the house smaller if you like. It doesn't have to be that size. It can actually be a lot smaller if we want. Okay, we'll give her a blue roof. Yeah, this is really snazzy looking house she got over here. And then, we want to add windows. Let's go and let's add some small windows. Nothing too big. Let's see, we'll do that. And we'll add one over on this side. All right, and then in the middle, I'll put give her a little door. Give her this kind of door. There we go. We'll do that. And on the side over here, I'll put like you guys saw in my other video, I put a piece of wood on there, because usually that's how it is. Usually it's like that or something. Yeah. So later we'll make that into, and then if you guys haven't noticed, in the back of it, it's kind of dark. So when you open the door, it'll look like a dark doorway you're walking into. Most doorways are probably not dark that way. I just did that for the effects or whatever. And then of course we have to create the map. I'm going to show you guys how to create a map. I'm going to show you guys how to create a map. If you guys say you decide to do the 60-minute game challenge like I did, you don't have the time to create a map or you don't know how. Just simply right click on where it says game, click on load sample map. And then over here on the side, you have all these maps that you can look at. You have, these are the world maps at the top here. Let's see, let's go down to, let's see, it says mountain. And if you click on these maps, like this one, for example, now you already have a map made for you for your game if you want to get started. You can literally just add in all the events you want. I'm sure these doors here are all events too. But I'm not sure you can walk into any of them because in order to go into a door, there has to be another map. So we're going to delete this. I just wanted to show you this really quick. And you don't have to delete it. You can press edit if you want. And then we can go to, let's see, we can keep this if we want. But actually, I don't want to keep this. This is a little too big. Don't want to overwhelm you guys. Sorry. Delete that. Okay, so do like I said, game 1. Right click on it. Press new. And you know, we might just do, you know, we're doing the inside of a house. I don't know why I'm thinking we're doing outside. So let's do this one more time. Let's see. Right click on it. Press load sample map. Let's go find like a house. That's the house. This is the house I used in my game. House 2 is a little different. It doesn't really look like much of a house. It looks, I mean, just look at this. Look at this house. This looks more like a church or a chapel, right? Not really a house. Not so much a house. So I'm going to come out of this. We're not going to use this one either. We're going to delete it. Yeah, delete house 2. Yes. Go back to game 1 again. Right click. So you guys should know how to do this by now. Load sample map. That way you guys can get used to this. I said I wanted to create like a bar or something and a house for her, like a bar or something like that. We really want a bar or something. Let's see, upper class house, lower class house. None of these are ideal for like something small. But we want to create like a kind of a bar thing for her. I think that's what I want her to have because we can actually do both. You know what, guys? We will do both. And I'll create it myself. All of these are really nice. It's really nice. But at the same time, I think I would like to create my own. This is a bar here. If you guys want to put a bar in the game, you can. This is simple. It's already got everything here. They've got chairs, they've got tables, they've got food on the table. All these things, if you guys want, you can create it yourself. I'm going to create my own bar. I was just showing you guys that's how you do that quickly if you like. Okay, so go to game 1 again. Let's do this for a 10th time. New. All right, so we're going to call this a diner. And then we're going to go to inside. It's not going to be outside. If we want, we can play background music so that when you walk in, you hear like some type of tune. Let's see. Let's test it out. It doesn't sound like club music. Okay, so we'll use that because it's kind of like seductive a little. Well, not really, but whatever. So one of the things I'm going to look for is the tiled floor. This one, the black and white. It's easy. There we go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to click this back to the pencil because we selected the bucket tool. I'm so sorry. I did that kind of quick. Let me slow down a bit. Let me take a sip of my smoothie here. I'm sorry. I got a little bit overexcited there. All right. Next, we're going to create the walls. That is the very first thing you want to do. I like to make my stuff small and compacted. I don't like to make my areas really big unless it's like outside or something. Because the more stuff you make, the more things I feel like you have to make people interact with. I don't like just decorations laying there. There has to be something for you to do with those things. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to make this a... Oops. That's why I said make sure you click on your pencil. So the pencil is here. I clicked on pencil. Now I click the top of this red roof here. It's got gray and red. I'm just gonna just do this. I'll make a back entrance. That's how you'll get in and out. And then, so there's a wall here. And then for this part, you're gonna add in your little wall after. All right. So this little space here is going to be like, this is the back wall, and then we're going to add our decorations and things to them. One of them will be where they serve the food, that sort of thing. And the other one will be where people sit. We'll put all the chairs and tables and things out here so everyone can have like a nice little enjoyable little dinner or whatever. So because the back of the wall is red, I'm going to make stairs. I'm going to put the stairs here. I think that's it's like an even middle, right? And then I'm going to make the wall on the outside part, this part here. So I'm going to do like this. All right, so we'll just do like that. And then I'm going to make the wall here like this. And then this one like this. Oh, and my power is running low. And I have to plug this in before it dies. Congratulations. You're just not being very smart today. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. All right, oh, by the way, thank you for telling me to make more videos. I appreciate that. I'm glad people are actually watching and are interested in learning how to create games. It's so exciting to see what people make. All right, so we're going to go back to here. And I'm going to put that there. We're going to put some, the person who's behind the bar is obviously the cook too, right? We're going to make them also like the cook. So we'll put our stove over here too. We'll put a sink here. And we'll put our... Yeah, and then on this side, we'll put like a fireplace. And then we'll get like, let's see. There, we'll do that. Now we just need a place for people to sit. So we'll just put these tables. We'll make this a fancy smanchy place, Pretty fancy looking. Don't want to make that too close to there. And I'll tell you guys why later. Because we got to basically create our bar. So we're going to do that next. Make our bar first. I kept debating on what colors are the best for like the bar. Really, if you stick to this type of thing, this is actually okay. And then I'll just put a wall here and I'll put a wall there. So I'll just do this and I'll just finish, And then for this part, I'll put this here. And then, so it looks like, you can walk out from this part. I may have to delete that. So as you make the game, you'll find like little things you need to correct. This, for example, we'll probably put, instead of having the table right against the wall over here, it might be smarter to put it further away, like here, and maybe putting one here, because we're going to put chairs around them. And then this part will be blocked off. So I'll put like right here, I'm going to put like put like that there, which is normal. We'll have some of these, he can't really leave, but I'm going to put the bartender here and put like a bunch of drinks there. So if you go to map C, if you go to C, which is next to ABC here on the inside part, you guys can see there's like wine, there's like bottles. I'm going to just put bottles up here. Some of these over here. And on the tables, I'll put like food there. Doesn't have to be, I don't have to do that, no. It's just too big. Some of this stuff can't fit on the table, so you just have to be creative and be careful what you choose. There's also a way to make them fit in the game later when you get more advanced. You can actually import things that will actually fit to the table and stuff. It's pretty cool. I don't want to put, you know what? If you're going to sit at the bar, you're not going to want all that clutter in front of you. So I actually just leave it all way over there. And I won't put any chairs there, but I'll put like some wine up here. I put like a wine glass over here. Put like some bottles there. And then like, so now you can put your chairs. So I'll go back to map B. And on here, you know, you have the beds and everything. If you scroll up, you'll see the chairs. There's actually chairs here. And these chairs kind of match these tables a little. You also have square tables too. Yeah. I chose the round tables. They just look, I don't know, to make it look like a fancy place. And then we can just put the chairs around like this. Like that. There you go. So, and then for the walls, we can put like decoration there. We can put pictures. And this is just a quick like showing you guys how to like create nice images. Put this here. We put some stuff on the outside of the walls, like, oh, before they come in. That sort of thing. I actually don't like that. It does not look nice. So you can actually create rails for the stairs. They're down here. So actually I'll put it here. I should take that back a little bit. Let's put this higher right there. And then we can put the other rail on the other side. So this one goes here like that. Ta-da! Now you've got a nice little thing for coming up or down the stairs. The only downside to that is if you're creating if they're going to leave this area, if they're going to leave on the stairs, you could have them come in and then leave out a different way. I'm going to show you what the problem is. I think you guys saw in the other video where my character kept going in and out of the place because he kept stepping into the spot where he transferred, moving left or right because it's such a wide space as opposed to a narrow space where you go up and you literally just hit the square. I know I'm not explaining this right. All right, we're going to create our event. So go up to where it says game. Underneath game, go to where the red pawn is again. Left click on it. Now we're going to go behind the bar. You're going to right click there and we're going to press, I would say quick event creation. This is for quick events like transfers or anything. We obviously can't do that here because it's a bar. I want people to be able to buy food, right? So for our event, we're going to put bar, B-A-R. Now we're going to choose somebody, any actor we want. Let's choose someone who looks like they're a bartender. We'll choose this old man, the first guy here. We'll choose him. Press OK. Oh, sorry, guys. Pretty tired. So you're going to left click on where it says contents. Then you're going to right click. You're going to click on new. And then right here, automatically, if you're not on page 3 or 2 or 3 like this, if you see this, transfer and wait. And if you see battle processing, you're on the wrong page. You need to go to 1. If you go to 1, there is a message that says show text. Left click on show text. I'm going to have him say, what can I get you? What can I get you today? I'm going to make it night. Oh, did I delete all of it? Hold on. What can I get you? I'm just going to say have him say what can I get you? All right. It's going to be so right here where it says name, background, window position. Background, we're going to make this windowed because, you know, it's not that important. It's just food. And then for the position, it's going to be, instead of in the middle or the bottom, it's going to be at the top. So when he asks you the question, it'll be at the top. And we can put the guy's face in here, or we can leave it blank. If we put his face in here, we have to find him. I believe he's in people 2. Yeah, it's this guy here. So you press OK. His face will pop up here and say, what can I get you? If you want, he can have no face and say, what can I get you? Most of the time, I don't really like showing the faces, so I'm going to keep none. But if you want, you can keep his face there, and that's fine. So press OK. And then for underneath there, you're going to right click, then you're going to press new. And it's going to go to shop processing. Now, shop processing is something they already put in the game. It's like a programming thing. It's to help you with your game. Basically, you can make shop processing. See, battle processing is above it. We'll talk about that later. But shop processing here, if you guys want, you can add. Now we can start adding in what we want for like food and stuff like that. Stuff that we can add in our game for our characters and stuff like that. So shop processing, and then it says merchandise, and then it has the price here. Click on purchase only. And we're going to go and we're going to click on, one. We're going to specify it's going to be 100. You're going to press OK. You're going to edit again. This time we're going to go to 2. We're going to specify that's going to be 200. You're going to press OK. So right now we have merchandise. We only have 2. We're going to have wine and beer. So reserved, and then underneath reserved is purchase only. You're going to press OK. Now we're going to press OK again. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our map. You're going to switch it back to underneath where the pond is, the red pond. Switch it to the landscape. That way it gets rid of all the lines, so there's no confusion, so you're not overwhelmed. Then we're going to go back up to where the database is up here. Sorry. You guys can probably see that defender thing. Come on. The cog right here, database, left click on it. And we're going to go over to where it says items. Actors, classes, skills, items. Now, you see reserved. Delete reserved, put beer. And now we got to find the icon for beer. You guys didn't see that. So it says beer right here. Where it says icon, left click twice in there. Now we're going to go down. Let me know if I'm moving too quickly. Let me know if I'm talking too fast. So there's a bottle thing down here that looks like a beer. Underneath where there's like this flashlight thing. So you see where the yellow circle is? If you go down, keep going, so you get to the brown. You see the brown icons at the bottom? Right underneath this, there's a fish, and then it looks like a piece of chicken on the left next to it. There's like, it looks like a bottle of wine or beer. Click on that, then press OK. So in the description, we're going to put refreshing. I don't know if you guys drink beer or not. Refreshing and tasty cold brew. Refreshing and tasty cold brew. Cold brew. So we'll just say this is like beer, okay? This is a regular item. And then, so under consumable, yes, the price of this item is, I said 100, right? Yeah. The scope under here, that's just like, say you're fighting a creature. It's not, you don't want the creature to be dropping beer. You want the creature to drop money, not beer. So we're going to put scope ally. We're going to put none, okay? You're going to press OK. And that's literally for like if you're in battle so that items can be. This is only a purchasable item, but it's also a consumable item. So at some point in the game, you can make the beer consumable. And then you want to press OK. Now we're going to go and we're going to check and see if it's in, if we have beer as a choice. And then we'll see what happens. So, and this is the part where the game does the programming for you. if I'm right, if I'm correct, you won't have to go in and add beer. Because usually when you create an event where you get something, like with the money I explained earlier, you have to make it so you have the money. And at one time I checked and I didn't actually have the item. What item did they give me and I didn't have it? I don't remember. Remember when I was testing it earlier before I did this video? Well, before I started doing the tutorial. So if this works, that means they're going to automatically put the beer in your inventory. And I'm going to check to see if it's there. I'm going to check that the item I bought is actually there. And in order to do that, I have to have money, don't I? Because you can't start the game and try and come into a bar with no money. So what I'm going to do is because this area is, I should block this area with a chest, shouldn't I? Should. This is the undo button right here. Next to the pawn and the cloud, next to that, you have the back button, which is undo. And whatever I did by accident. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the pawn button right here. Go to where, it doesn't even have to be the stairs. It can be over here in the corner, you know. We'll do a quick event creation. We're going to put treasure. And the amount of gold I'm going to put in here is 100. All right. And then if you want, you can keep the image as it is. Or you can left click on it twice. You can choose a different chest. I'm going to choose the blue one, so that it can offset the other colors, the red and the black and the gray that's happening here. So now you have this, and then I'm going to go back up to where the scissors are. At the top of your game over here, to the left, it's going to say File, Edit Mode, Draw, Layer. Underneath Draw, there's scissors here. And next to those scissors, you've got the Save Disk. I'm only explaining it this way in case I have first-time people coming here. People who don't know about it yet. So left-click on it to save it. And then we're going to go back to our game and we're going to test it out. But before we can test it out, there's one more thing we need to do. And I actually forgot to do this before saving the game, because they're going to make me save it again. So come anywhere on the map, right-click on there. Go to the very bottom of where it says Quick Creation and set Starting Player. Press Player. Click on Player. The player will be there now. So now we'll be starting the game and we'll be able to test it out from inside the bar instead of from outside. We're going to press play. We're going to press save this. Yes, changes, save changes. All right, so I'm in the bar. I know I have 100G were found. Now I'm going to see if I can buy this and it will be in my inventory. What can I get you? Beer. Alright, so now I'm going to check and see if I actually have the beer. Wait. Come on. Yes, I have a beer. Refreshing and tasty cold brew. And there you go. That's how you add items into your bar. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to him because it's already on event. If you guys aren't on the one with, if you guys don't see these little square lines, just click on the pawn. It's next to the space here. If it looks like this, just do this. Then we're going to go to the old guy. We're going to right click on him and we're going to press edit. Now, we're going to go down to where it says shop processing. You're going to left click on it and then you're going to right click. And then you're going to go down to edit. Now, for our second one, it's 200, remember? We put 200 for that one. And for that one, we're going to change it to wine. So you're going to press OK. And the reason I did this is just to show you guys what we're doing next so you don't get confused during this tutorial. So we're going to press OK. Now we're going to go back up to the data. First, before we do that, go back to the landscape part and switch it back so it doesn't look confusing to you. If you guys are used to it already, you don't have to do that. I just want to do it to make people feel comfortable. That's just me. So left click on database. We're going to go back over to where we see beer and then underneath it 0002. We'll click on 0002. Now we're going to call it wine. Then we're going to go to the description. A tasty, oh, no. The name of it is not a tasty, it's wine. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't click on description. There we go. A tasty alcohol. No, not a tasty alcohol. What is wine? Wine is yummy. Let's see. It is, wine is a, let's see, a liquor. No, it's not liquor. A drink made from grapes. That's yes. First, I need to learn how to spell right. A drink made from grapes that's very delicious. I'll just be really dramatic. Delicious. Because nobody says delicious to wine. All right, so it's a regular item. It's consumable. The price is $200. And so underneath where it says item type, I put regular item. We're not going to make it a regular item. Actually, you know what? We can't make it a hidden item, so we're going to make it a regular. And then, you know, underneath scope, you got to put none. It's not going to be on the menu screen, so we're going to put never. I don't know if I did that for the other drink, for the beer, but now we're going to go over to where it says wine and then icon here. Left click on this empty box twice. We're going to scroll down till we get to the brown boxes. Now, do we see anything on here that in any way represents wine? No, we don't. So, I mean, we can put grapes, 264. I left clicked on what looks like grapes. I'm just going to use that. And then we're going to say, we're just going to do that, use that. In the future, we make our own games when we actually really start getting into, like, after you guys learn all the basic stuff, we'll start getting to the more the advanced stuff. We'll be able to import our own images, make our own images and import them into the game so that we can have our actual wine look like wine and not like a pair of grapes. Now you're going to press OK. And then we're going to go over to where the save thing is, right on the top where it says file edit mode. Yeah, click on that disk to save the project again. Even if you don't do that and you try and play your game before saving it, they're going to ask if you want to save. I just do that as a habit in case your game crashes or anything. Mind you, my game has never crashed. RPG Maker is a powerful engine, but you're able to run it on a regular laptop. That's what makes it so great. Alright, so we're going to make a new game. It's going to start us off from in the bar. We got to go get the money again. Go get that money. Alright, 100G were found. But we still don't have enough money. Shoot. We do not have enough money, guys, because the wine is 200. We can only buy beer. Whatever do we do? That means we have to go back here again now. We have to add more money to the chest. So click on the pawn again. Go down to where it says treasure. Go to the treasure box. Right click on it. Press edit. Instead of 100G, go to where it says change gold. So I don't want to confuse you guys. It says play chest. Follow along with me. Contents. Play chest. Set movement. And then you got the red one that says control self switch A on, right? And then you have change gold to plus 100. Left click on that. Then right click on it. Then go down to edit. We're going to, instead of 100, erase the 1, put a 3 there. Oops. Shoot. We'll just put 300. Doesn't matter. Just put 300. Delete the whole thing and write 300 if you have to. Press OK. So now we changed it. You see? Okay, so go down to OK. And then we're going to just press play. It's going to, see, save changes to games. Yes. But you always want to do saving it first to prevent any glitches. The more stuff you do that the game has to correct for you, the more glitches you'll have in your game. And that's just from experience. So now we should have 300. We should have more than that. 100G were found. Now I can go back to Mr. Man over here. What can I get you? I'm going to buy wine. Okay. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to check to see if I have this item. You see how I have a swordsman here, swordsman here, swordsman here, level 1? That should not be showing up. But this is what I meant by, like, if you just delete people And if you delete people and you just, this is what I was talking about. Like, even if you're fighting in a battle, you'll have these 3 extra slots here and no one's there. It's basically ghost or whatever. You basically have, I have ghosts walking around with me right now. I can change that too. I can. So check the items. She should have wine. A drink made from grapes that's very delicious. Here we go. All right, yay, we did that. All right, our next step now is we want to create, well, obviously we can't leave because we don't even have a way in. So X out of this. We made our little bar. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to our landscape over here. All right. Yay, we did it. We did it, guys. Go back to Homeland. Left click on it. Now we have to make this so that we can enter into there and it'll take us to the bar. Whoops. I'm going to undo that. Is this you guys have questions about this video, about any of my other videos, then let me know in the comments. I'll be able to correct you. I mean, I'll be able to talk to you there and tell you like what you can do, or basically what I could show you how to do. And I'm pretty sure this video is probably one of my longest videos because of the showcase at the beginning. Yeah, so we're going over an hour. So I'm going to try to end the video soon. I just don't want to hold you for too long. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to where the pawn is. Click on that. Then you're going to go down to where the door is. We're going to press a transfer event. Transfer. So from there into the bar. So it says Homeland location right here. Left click on that. Go to where the diner is. We said we wanted our entrance to be here when we walk in. So it's like we're walking down. But we can make it so that you guys come in this way. So you're coming up the stairs. And I think I like this idea better. So we can do that. We'll press OK. And then we'll say we want them going up. And we'll press OK. And then, you know, for this part here, you obviously can't leave this. So we got to right click on it again. We have to press edit. And now we got to go make a door. So go scroll down to where it says door. Let's see. This kind of door. Press OK. It looks funny, right? Should we make it? Yeah, we'll just leave it for now. That's fine. Okay. So now you should be able to go into the bar. We got to do the same thing for when we're coming out. So click on diner. Left click on it. Now we want to be able to leave out the diner this way. So you come in this way and you leave out that way. So right click up here. We're going to do a quick event creation right here. You're going to press transfer. And we're going to go back to Homeland. So go to Homeland. We're going to make it so you come out of here this way. Okay. And you're going to be facing down because you're leaving out. Then we're going to press OK. Now we want to save our game. All right. And now we want to try it out. Before we try it out, though, left click on Homeland. And then we're going to right click right in between these trees here. And we're going to go all the way to the bottom. The starting position for the player is going to be here. And now we're going to save it again to prevent bugs. And then we're going to press play. I'm going to make the screen big. I always like my screen to be big when I'm testing out the game. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is go back into here and make sure that this is going to work. Perfect. So go up the stairs. There we go. I'm running in and out, guys. I'm sorry. I just got it. Well, hold on. What can I get you? I don't have any money. Oh, wait. I got 300. How do I have $300? Where did I... I brought wine and beer. Oh, because I already took the money. Oh, I must have already taken out the money. Yeah. Okay, so I brought wine and beer. All right, I think I'm just gonna have a seat here and just have a drink. You can actually add more animations to make it so that you can drink. I can add like fire here, so there'll be like actual fireplace going. But I think we'll talk about that in my next video. I feel like I did a lot in this video for you guys, telling you everything. I think in the next one, maybe I'll create her a house, and then we'll actually start putting some people in there. That way she can interact with people and stuff like that. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to help support my channel so that my channel can grow. I know I'm kind of tongue twisted today, but I did have a lot of caffeine before starting the video. It's been really hard to like sit still and to also talk slow to you guys while explaining it. But I did need some type of energy because I'm a little bit tired. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for joining Ablacklady Tutorials, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to put things in the comments. Don't forget to ask any questions you guys might have. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.